Hi guys, this is Raquel with paintsandglitter.com coming to you with a short little project share of a card that I made with Santoro London Gorguss Girl stamps and AliExpress dies. I just wanted to show you how I was able to incorporate several dies to make this beautiful card, and yeah, and I'll walk you through what I used. I also used a Martha Stewart butterfly punch that I recently got, and that's the little butterfly that you see here, which I then doodled on with blue ink, and then also added glitter to. I'm sorry, fine, super fine glitter to give it that shimmer. So my base card here, the topper of this card is the blue and white gingham paper. Then on top of that I added this polka dotted paper with the peach tones in it, and then all around the border I distressed the papers, but the peach colored one there, I don't know if you can tell, but that one I punched around the page, although you can't see it very much up here, but that's because of the way the paper fits in the punch. And I used this punch here from Anna Griffin, and this is the design, and it's an older punch. I've had this for many years. I don't even know where I found that. And then I went ahead and I stamped the image of the little girl, and I'll show you what that looks like here, if I can find it. I just had it in front of me and now I don't know where I put it. So let me see if I can find that. I believe, yes, here it is. So this is the one that's called, let's see, Sweet Tea. And you've probably seen this before, but it comes with the little tag, a heart, the bunny, this label that ends up looking like this, which is really pretty. And the two bows, and then the little girl in the teacup. So what I did was that I colored her in, I used watercolors for the background. That's how I always start my stamping, is I add watercolor first as my base color, and then I go in with Prismacolor pencils, Derwent pencils. I even added some chalk, some glimmer chalks to her so that her hair would have would glisten. And then I did paper piecing for the teacup. So what you see here is actually different papers that I used for her dress, for the teacup, the borders. All of this is paper pieced, including the bunny. And then the tag I didn't piece out. This is just Derwent, or I'm sorry, Prismacolor pencils on top of I think, let me see here, I'm trying to remember what I did. I think I just used Prismacolor pencils on that, on top, maybe on top of a wash of watercolor that was a lighter yellow, and then I finished it off also with a little bit of pearlescent chalks. On the string here, what I did was I added glossy accents after I had colored it, and then this little green teacup border, I also, after I pieced it with the paper, and as well as down here, to give it depth, what I did was that I colored it in with pencils, and I did that, yes, for the green and the blue, the yellow, and then her little bow I just colored in with pencils and then added glossy accents to make it shimmer, as well as a little glitter. The background, after I colored it with the watercolor, I stamped with a tiny little Heidi Swapp stamp that I have, that's little stars. And then I also added the yellow stars that are they're actual sequins from Recollections. So I have a bunch of those, and I just went ahead and added glossy accents and then added all the little stars there. Down here I added all the blue ones. And then to make the little clock stand out here, I added glossy accents. And then this background here that you see that looks like it's all splattered, that was an actual Stampin' Up stamp. and it looks like this. So I've been looking for background stamps, and I happened to find a collection that is really nice, that I think will work perfectly for these small backgrounds that I like to make. And so that's the image. And let's see, what else did I use? I used these two borders, which is the white one and the blue one here. I made those with these dies from AliExpress, and they have a little paper still left in them, but this is what they look like. And I like these because they're just big enough for cards, and then they're good to layer. They add a lot of nice texture and dimension. And then down here I used a doily die that I also got from AliExpress. It came in a set of 4. And then to alter that doily, I added a little plastic, I don't even know what that is, but it's actually it's a sequin. I'm sorry. So it's a little green sequin that's rather large, and then this little brad that was polka dotted, and then I added the clear or the white sequins there. Then over here I had this paper that had a lot of beautiful little just sentiments that I thought went really well with the card. And so what I did was I stamped that paper with this banner stamp here, and this is from Little Yellow Bicycle. I just recently had found this at Tuesday morning, so I picked that up. And then to that banner, once I cut that out, I added another banner die that I had recently gotten from AliExpress. I just cut it smaller to top off the bigger banner, and then on top of that I also went ahead and added the border that I had cut out in white. So it's a triple layer there. And then to that I finished that off with a gel pen. Let's see here, I have it right here. That was this Clear Star Sakura Jelly Roll pen. I'm sorry, and those are quite popular. I think I've had that one for a long time. I also added little stars down here where it was the paper was ripped. And yeah, so that's the topper of the card, and I love the way it turned out. It's very feminine, very soft, and it was to oh, I also added these little itty bitty butterflies. You can barely see them unless you're looking for them on the card, and those I punched out with this really old, and I mean this is really old, this is Creative Memories. And I got this, I think my son was, oh my gosh, he's 19 now, and I think he was a baby when I got this, I don't know. And it's got this this tiny little butterfly, and I think I've only ever used this punch for the flower and the butterfly, but they're minute, I mean, but I really like it for to use papers that I have, that you know how you get attached to papers. I have this paper that's pink, and it's got silver accents, and I've been trying to just use that up, so I went ahead and added that. Then the inside is it has the Bible verse that I'm sharing with a friend, and then it's got this border here that's a die that I recently got, and I think it's absolutely stunning. I love the detail on that. I'm really happy with it. And then I just added this little label here. This little stamp is from the set, and then there's another one of those little itty bitty butterflies, and then I just wrote the note on the top, and that's it. So I hope you guys like this. If you have any questions, let me know. And this was inspired by the watercolor that I recently did, that I had shared on, it's posted on my blog, and that's this here, which I don't typically share my journaling. It's quite personal for me, but it's my painting is something that I really haven't shared much of on my blog, and I don't know if I want to change that or not, but I do love to paint. It's something that I enjoy a lot, and I do it as a form of meditation and worship. And so I like to add Bible verses to my journals and anything that I paint. And sometimes I don't. I mean, sometimes it's just something that I don't even write what it is I'm meditating on. I just go ahead and let the paint do its thing. But yeah, so that's the same Psalm 34:8, and then it was a series of teacups here that I painted, and I let the paint do its own thing, which sounds kind of strange, but that's how I paint. And then I just go with it. Whatever shows up on the page, that's what I focus on. So I'll start out with a doodle, believe it or not, and then, I mean, you could probably see that here. I start off with splashes of color, and this is all watercolor with touches of pencil and ink. And I'm sorry, I should back up the camera, so I apologize for that instead of moving that so much. But that's what this looks like. And I'm not able to post really clear pictures just because I have horrible lighting here, and I live in a really cloudy area. So I would have to walk outside and take pictures out there, which I'm not going to do, just because it's not really that important. But I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to respond. My name is Raquel, and you're watching paintsandglitter.com. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to see more, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I truly appreciate you taking your time to watch the videos that I put on YouTube, and also those of you who stop by my blog. And I'm also on Instagram if you're interested. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.